Hello and a very warm welcome to Culture Mosaic, a window on Vietnamese culture, here on VTV4, coming to you from our studio in Hanoi. And before we get started, let's have a quick look at what we have in store for you on today's program, starting with Vu Lan's Festival, when Vietnamese children honor their parents, especially their mothers. Best Friends Duo Concert dazzles audience in Hanoi. And Japanese traditional drum troupe hits Vietnam. Osuwadaiko is the professional Japanese traditional drum troupe founded in 1951. Listed in one of the top 3 taiko troupes, Osuwadaiko has been actively conducting performances and workshops all over the world. This traditional drum troupe performed in Vietnam last year for the first time at the first International Tea Festival in Thái Nguyên and received the highest appreciation of the festival. For their return to Vietnam tour this week, Osuwadaiko performed in Hanoi and the old quarter of Hội An in the central Quảng Nam province. Let's join their performance in Connecting Cultures this week.
This tune is Ashura, the highlight of the performance. It tells a story of an ogre god in Indian mythology who later became the guardian deity of Buddhism, having 3 faces and 6 arms. In this performance, the Japanese traditional drum troupe, Osuwadaiko, offers the Vietnamese audience a musical feast with a diversity of drums and percussions, embossing the daring, brave and bold Ashura with its rhythms and beating rhymes.
I like the song Ashura most. The drumming was in perfect harmony with the dance performance. When I heard it, I thought of the drum performances at festival in Japan. It seemed to me that the drum beat and my heartbeat had the same rhythms.
Today's performance was really very nice. I've seen a couple of performances like this already. Especially Japanese performances, and I think this performance was on very high level, so I really appreciate and I'm very glad I could come.
Japanese taiko drums have been developed into a wide range of percussion instruments that are used in both Japanese folk and classical music traditions. Taiko in general are 3-sticks percussion instruments. They have heads on both sides of the drum body and a sealed resonating cavity. All of the drums are handmade and meticulously decorated. Many taiko are not tunable, and a drum with hi-hat tension would counteract the slacking effects of humidity. Both Vietnam and Japan share the common understanding that a drum is closely linked to the lives of farmers. So this instrument is essential during ritual ceremonies and festivities. Last year, I had a chance to participate in a musical exchange in Thái Nguyên province. We listened to a piece of music, Trống Cơm, which was very impressive. The drum rhythms are less rigorous in Vietnam, but it was not at all easy to play. I'd like to try more with the Vietnamese drum later. A central feature of Osuwadaiko is its usage of multiple drums in an orchestra style. They took ancient rhythms but broke them down to create new arrangements and compositions to accommodate the ensemble of drummers. On stage, the artists are not just musicians, but at the same time comedians and performers of folk dance. All this makes it an even more impressive performance. We play a lot of drums of different sizes. Their voices complement beautifully during the performance. In addition to the drums, we also play the flute, the drums and other percussion instruments. We reproduce on stage the tunes of traditional drumming, but we are performing in a more contemporary way. In other words, we recreate the pieces while preserving their essence. The most interesting part of the performance in Hanoi was the participation of audience. A Japanese drummer taught them how to play the drum and perform as a real drummer. For both drummers and audience members, this was definitely an unforgettable memory.
I waited so long to attend the show because the culture and traditional arts of Japan interested me enormously. It's so amazing when I myself had the chance to play the drum. It was not at all easy.
Luckily, the next year, the 2013, is a special year for the relationship between Japan and Vietnam. It's the 40th anniversary of diplomatic relation between Japan and Vietnam. And we are planning to organize a lot of events, cultural events and cultural exchanges. And one of the interesting plans for us at this moment is to invite all drum performers, not only from Japan and Vietnam, but also from the other countries like Indonesia or Philippines or Thailand. We do something like a drum orchestra together to celebrate the next year's special year. Yeah, I hope this plan will come true.
After the performance in Hanoi, the troupe arrived to hurry on for another performance. In response to the warm acclaim from Vietnamese audiences, Osuwadaiko presented 2 drums to Vietnam.
Yeah!